What is up, guys? Yes. Hey, have you guys ever basically like seen the apps where you can essentially text and then create an image or create a video, right? So this is one of the things that I recently added into my software. If you guys didn't know, I am Jeff Caldwell, the creator, and of something called My AI Team, right? And so this is a software that I have created. One of the things I've recently created and added into the software is something called basically text to video, right? So this gives you the ability to basically come in here, type in a prompt, right? So let's just say a robot holding a flower and hearts in the background, right? So now what I could do is I could hit generate image, even though it's a video. And I like to hit it a couple times because heck, why not? It's fun to hit the button. All right, so let me tell you what it's kind of doing behind the scenes. Behind the scenes, it's actually taking this, the AI is creating an image, and then the very next step, it's animating that image. Okay, so if you guys see down here, it says the reference photo. If I click on this, it has the little reference photo. All right, well, where did we get this reference photo? How did the AI create this reference photo in our software, right? So this is our software. How did the AI, right? So how did the AI basically, like, here, let me show you guys. Let me stop screen and present my whole entire screen. Boom. All right, entire screen. There you go. All right, so the AI created this little robot. How did the AI create this robot, right? How did it make it this little image, right? So inside this software, you can see it's still loading. It's creating video from image, takes about 60 seconds, right? So look at this little image, right? You guys see that? How adorable. The AI, this photo, right? I'm not saying it's the exact photo, right? But it took this photo and it animated this image. Okay, so how did we do this in software, right? If you were to watch this video and you said, Jeff, that's really cool for your software. How do I do it for my software, right? What tools did you use to make this work, right? And so I'm gonna break out a pen and paper. Here's what I did. The first tool I did is something called Bubble.io, right? If you guys ever seen Bubble.io, Bubble is something that you're basically going to, it helps you create apps, right? It helps you build it, the code it. This is all where I didn't code anything. All I did was set up the basically like drag and drop, right? So Bubble.io is the first tool. Let me log out of this one. Right, Bubble.io is the first tool. If you guys never been to Bubble, it says the best way to build tech codes without code. All right, so this is what I use to code the entire software. The very next website is something called replicate.com. Okay, so this is, if you guys ever hear about a lot of like the open source image models or anything like that, this is where I get it from, right? Replicate is my dealer, you know what I mean? Let's go. All right, so this is where I get all of the cool models, right? So yes, I have OpenAI the text, but for the images and for like, look at this one. These things are adorable. Look at these little videos. All right, so we have text to video. All right, but really it's text to image and then image and we're animating. So we're actually using two different models in the same time. Okay, so Replicate, if you guys ever see, Replicate has all of these models, right? They have popular models, models getting added every day. You could see this one is the illusion one. I just added that one recently. There is a lot of models, okay? So you can come in here and models. The ones that I use, we'll go right here. This is you can see this is model the video. Okay, so this is MS image to video. All right, so I'm doing image to video here, and I'm taking any image and I'm turning it into a video. Now, here's the really cool thing about this whole website of Replicate. Every single one of these things have what's called an API. You guys see this? They have an API. So if inside Bubble allows us to build the front end dashboard, right? They allow us to build like how this looks, what happens, and they also allow us to determine what happens when you click this button. Okay, so what happens when we click this button, what's gonna happen? right? Well, that's what Bubble allows us to do. Well, this API is essentially taking the information from this input over here, using Bubble, which is the software builder we got here, right? You see these little cool little things, and it's sending that information over here to the API, right? That API basically takes the input and it takes the input of the image, right? Because that's all we have. However, there's other models. If I go to Explore, I can look at these other models, and there's like Animate Diff. You see this one? There's this one just animates it. I bet that one's pretty good. I haven't used that one. But look, this one just animates the image. Okay, so it has a little animation, right? So that is that whole model. Well, there's also like Stable Diffusion, right? This is SDXL, right? Stable Diffusion, extra large, baby, right? So this is the image model that I use. I create an image with this one, and then I send the results to this API, right? You following along, right? So we're just connecting behind the scenes API to API, and then we're animating the image. After a few seconds, we're displaying the product, right? So that is the whole little process. You can see now we have little cute little robots that hold flowers, have little hearts, and all that thing. What do you guys think of the training? Yeah. Love you guys. Talk soon. Hopefully this helped. If you're creating your own software, can't wait to see what you create.